Hey Sunshine Fam, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chloe and welcome. I haven't put out a video for a while because I've been me and the family have been dealing with quite a bit actually. So I will get into that. Wanted to give you a little bit of an update on Chris Fleming. He, after 6 weeks of chemo, he finally was able to go home for about 2 weeks. And then he has to go back in for another round of chemo. I don't know how long this round of chemo will last. If it's 6 weeks per time, I don't know much about cancer, so I don't know. But he seems to be doing okay. When he first started this, before he started the chemo, his body was infected 70% with this cancer, and after the chemo it's down to 10%. So the prayers are working, so keep them coming. Thank you so much. His GoFundMe page is now way up over $30,000, which is phenomenal that people are able to help him out for his everyday expenses and of course with his medical expenses as well. If you notice, I have a different background here because I'm not at home. I'm actually over at Sea-Dog's apartment. He's been going through quite a bit lately as well, and I will get into that too. And I've been going through some stuff, so a lot of health issues going around right now. Thankfully, Silver Star and Clary are doing okay so far. I haven't really heard how Clary's pregnancy is going, but Silver Star, except for a minor headache that she had yesterday at work, she's been doing really good. So let's go from the worst case with Chris Fleming to Sea-Dog, and then we'll get to me because mine isn't nearly as bad. So Sea-Dog is here with me, and last week he had at his job, his closer was apparently very drunk and decided to leave work 4 hours before the end of the night and close the store down. And the next day, Sea-Dog ended up putting in an entire day of work and started feeling a little bit of pain in his stomach and his abdomen. So he got up the next day and went into work for a little bit, and he just couldn't stand the pain. So he called his manager, said, I have to go to urgent care. So he did, and they did a CT scan on him and found that he had appendicitis. That was on Friday. And so then overnight, from Friday into Saturday, they transferred him to the hospital in downtown Minneapolis, and he had surgery and had his appendix removed. So he's in recovery from that. That was a week ago. Today, actually, was a week ago that he had the surgery. He is up and moving around. He's doing what he needs to do, but he's, of course, off of work for a little bit, which he really needs. And he's slowly getting back to health. I'll show him to you here in a second because he is here with me. And so he's trying to walk around a little bit and get his strength back up and everything, but he's not going to go back to full capacity at his job. Told them that he's not going to be a manager anymore, and they better honor that, or I'm going to give them what for. And so that's what he's been dealing with. So I will show you Sea-Dog now. Hopefully I won't. I gotta flip this around.
Hello.
There's Sea-Dog. How you doing today?
It's a bad day for me.
It's a bad day. He's having a lot of pain in his abdomen right now. We were just about to go for a walk, and he got up and started walking into the hall, and he says, I can't do it right now. So he's been burping a lot because of all the gas in his tummy because of the surgery. We won't show you the scars. I don't want to traumatize the Sunshine Fam, but
you want to traumatize me by showing me what an appendix looks like.
I didn't show you what appendix looked like.
But you wanted to.
I asked you if you wanted to see what it looked like, and you said no, so I didn't show you. But he's doing okay. Not 100% obviously, but he's slowly getting better as the days go by. And he's going a little stir crazy being here by himself all day long. For the first 24 hours, he had to have somebody with him. So we were kind of taking shifts on taking care of him. But now he's able to take care of himself, and if he needs anything, he can call any of us, and we would be over here as soon as we possibly could to take care of him. He's got a neighbor next door that will take care of him, so if he's home.
Nope, I need a bottle.
Whatever. You want to say anything to the Sunshine fam?
I don't really have anything to say.
Please pray for his speedy recovery. I'm not sure if I'm going to set up a GoFundMe for him for his medical expenses. I'm not sure how that's going to, how much his insurance will cover or not. I personally feel that this was due to your job, with the stress at your job.
Part of it might have been the stress, but I don't think it was all of it.
I mean, I know a lot of people have their appendix problems and stuff. At least it didn't rupture.
I was told that appendixes become inflamed or infected due to stool buildup.
Yeah.
Because it's part of your intestines.
Right. But I think some of it had to do with stress at work too.
Could be.
So, but I think he's maybe a little anxious to get back to work, just to get out of the apartment a little bit. No.
I don't mind getting out of this apartment, but no.
Yeah.
I'm not that anxious to get back
Well,
to work.
he is trying to find something else as far as a job goes that wouldn't be too strenuous to begin with, obviously, because he can't.
Don't get me wrong, I want to work, but not in the capacity that I was before.
Yeah. So, I mean, he does need to work because he still has bills he has to pay and stuff, but. And of course, Clary still lives with him here too, but right now she's at a picnic with her fiance.
She goes by Star Shadow.
Well, she goes by Silver Star now. It used to be Star Shadow Silent Paw, and now she changed it to Silver Star because that's a combination of both of her furry names. So she's with her fiance right now at a picnic. Not sure where, some kind of furry picnic or whatever.
Probably at French Park again.
Could be. Hopefully Doofus isn't there. So, yeah, he's been burping a lot, but at least you're not burping out loud right now. Please excuse the burping. He has to get that gas out of him. So, but yeah, he's going a little stir crazy in the house.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Has another week off of
I
work
haven't
and
done before, like when I'm not at work, I'm usually home watching.
well, I know,
shows.
but you're not home 24/7 for 2 weeks.
True.
And unfortunately, right now he hasn't tried driving yet. He's going to try going out today, but he's thinking maybe wait another day or two before he tries to drive a little bit. There's a strip mall behind where he lives, so he can kind of drive over there. That way he's close to home if he needs to be. He doesn't want to drive out on the highways or anything like that. He could just go behind the apartment and drive around the parking lot a little bit and then come back home. He's not on the major highways. So we're trying to keep him company. He calls me pretty much every night and calls me mommy.
Really?
Well, you did yesterday. Hi, mommy.
I say that just to get your goat.
I know. So, let me kind of show you what I've been dealing with. That's what I'm dealing with right now. Yep, my foot is in the boot. And it's going to be in a boot for about another 5 weeks. I'd have my hours at work cut to 30 hours a week. Because of it, they finally figured out what's wrong with it. I wish I would have seen the ortho way back at the beginning of the year. I would have saved myself a lot of doctor visits and a lot of medical bills. So basically, my issue is bone spur. A little piece of the bone has broken off and is kind of floating around in there. I did see the x-ray. And so for 6 weeks, I have to have the boot on. They're going to start with physical therapy and possibly go into surgery if the physical therapy doesn't work. I have a lot of thinking to do this weekend about what I really want to do. I was thinking, why don't we just start with the surgery, because then we save me a lot of doctor visits, physical therapy visits, and a lot of pain if we're just going to end up going with surgery anyway. But then I looked it up and it said physical therapy can help a bone spur, but even being on my feet for 6 hours at a time at work is very trying. And so I really wish I would have brought my tripod because my arms are getting tired. But I was on prednisone. That's all done now. I am taking naproxen only at night right now because it wipes me out. And I'm taking extra strength Tylenol and stuff like that. So I am on medication. I made an appointment for the orthopedic on Thursday, this next coming Thursday, to discuss options with them and find out what the best course of action will be. And I have a lot of thinking to do over the weekend. For a while, I've been thinking about getting back into an office job because physically, it's very hard for me to be standing on my feet all day with this bone spur in my ankle. So, and I know people at work have been saying, well, maybe you need to change shoes. Well, I talked to the orthopedic and he said the shoes have nothing to do with it because it's not my heel, it's my ankle, and it's above where the back of the shoe line goes. So the shoes have nothing to do with it. So that's where things are at. So it's been quite a week. We're slowly getting back to normal. And I mean, we're still going through recovery and stuff like that. All three of us, Chris Fleming and Sea Dog and myself, are going through recovery and that type of thing. So still need your prayers. So any and all prayers that you can offer would be greatly appreciated. I'm going to wait to do a GoFundMe for Sea Dog until I find out about if his insurance will cover some of this surgery stuff, and if not, any, I may set up a GoFundMe for him anyway, because he was in the hospital overnight, and so that's going to cost an awful lot of money, especially with a surgery like this. Even though the surgery didn't take very long, I guess it was only 20 minutes, but with any kind of surgery, there's, always expenses. And with him being out of work for 2 weeks, I don't know if he's going to get paid from work or not, even partly. So,
Huh?
huh?
So I'm working on that.
Yeah, he's working on that with his managers. So that's kind of where things are at right now, folks. And one thing I do want to say to you guys is thank you so much for all the views on my very last presidential highlights video. I was floored when I saw the numbers. I suppose with, a lot of people are divided about Donald Trump. Either you like him or you don't. And with the presidential election coming up, and people are wondering, should I vote for Trump or should I vote for Kamala Harris or should I write somebody in? I'm planning on writing somebody in. We forget that we have that option. Like I said in my last video about politics, I described to you what each job of every single politician is. Congress, senators, House of Representatives, which that might be the same thing as Congress, I don't know. So kind of confused about that. What the president's job is, what the vice president's job is, and how I feel we as voters have the power to do and not do. So if you haven't watched that video, please watch it, because that didn't get as many views, but over 600 views on the Donald Trump video. That just, I haven't had that many views in years. Like, the first videos that I ever made for YouTube, before I considered myself a YouTuber, was when I was doing Irish dancing, and I uploaded the dances from Irish Fair. And because I had it with the school that I was dancing with, which no longer exists, it was called Brink and Noir, I got thousands of views on that because people from Irish Fair were watching them and probably watching them over and over again. And so I got a lot of views on those. And over the years, my views haven't even barely reached the double digits lately. And then I put out the Donald Trump video and over 600 views on that. I'm like, what the heck? So thank you so much for that support on that one. So now you guys can go back. I did tell you where I got my information from, the Miller Center. And you guys can go and do your own research on stuff that I didn't include, because I didn't include every single word from each of them. I did include every key event that they listed, and that, but I didn't go into great details in some of those key events. So you can go back and look at those. And so yeah, thank you so much for your support on that. Totally blew me away. But I just wanted to catch you guys up on what's going on. If I do opt for surgery, I would be out of work for 2 months, which means I might set up a GoFundMe for me, because if I am able to do FMLA, it wouldn't pay me anything. And I have to have some money coming in to pay my expenses. So right now I'm going to say no on the GoFundMe for me. I might set one up for Sea-Dog, and I will let you know if I do, and I'll try to link it into a video so that you guys can donate to that. Probably wouldn't have it for too much money. I mean, I know with Chris Fleming, I think their goal was $30,000. They may have bumped it up to like $35,000 or $40,000 for Chris.
I know that he is a local celebrity now.
Well, yeah,
People
but I
don't
mean,
donate to random people in the world.
well, yeah, they do. They just don't. You know how many GoFundMe's I looked at, and they have like a couple $1,000 and like
Do you know
half
what
their
the
money.
inflation rate is up to?
I understand that, but some people can
can't
afford it.
to do that.
Well, maybe they can, maybe they can't. But so, I mean,
And why should they? For a stranger?
well, it could be for friends or whatever. I mean, it's no different than when you go on Facebook and Facebook says, "Oh, it's your birthday. Do you want to set up like a donation to, like, granted it's not for the person, but it's like for a charity or something. You can set up donations that way, please donate for this for my birthday." So like Humane Society or Cancer Society or MS Society or whatever. And people will donate that way. Sometimes yes, sometimes no, but you got friends and family that would donate if they're able to. I'm not saying you have to, but any little bit helps. Every little bit helps. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Do you have any last words for the Sunshine Fam? No? Just please pray for Sea-Dog that he can recover quickly. And for me, that I can finally find relief in my ankle. Apparently, it's over a year old, so I don't think I can contribute it to work. It could have gone all the way back to when I was doing Irish dancing. That may have been where it started, and then it just took a few years to affect me like this. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go, but thanks for joining me today, and Sea-Dog, and please pray for him. Any comments you can leave in your comments section below, and I'll make sure that if they're for Sea-Dog, I'll make sure that he looks at those. And ahead of time, we're going to say thank you for your prayers and thoughts and comments and stuff like that. And and continue to pray for Chris Fleming. If you're able to donate to him, go to GoFundMe and just type in his name and his it'll be Chris Fleming, and then it'll be a picture of him. It's something like help our friend Chris Fleming with AMS or something like that with the cancer, because there is another one in there that's Chris Fleming, but it's like if you type in Chris Fleming, his will be the first one that pops up into GoFundMe when you do the search. And his donations are, you know, his goal is over 30,000, so that'll help you out. It's him kind of sitting in like what looks like a stairwell where he's kind of looking off to the side with his hand up by his face. Not the one of a guy in a boat. So that's a different Chris Fleming, I guess. So anyway, thank you guys all for joining me today, and Sea Dog. And thanks for your prayers and thoughts. And thanks for any donations you've done for Chris Fleming. We really appreciate it. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Have a sunny day.